I'm Karuna Munshi here for the Walk for Values team. My guest right now is Mr. Abhimanyu Kaul. Abhimanyu or Abhi Kaul is an alumna of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Prashanthi Nilayam. Currently, Abhi Kaul is the managing director for Values in Action. It's an organization where he acts as a strategic advisor and transformational coach, working with individuals, groups, corporations, and institutions in the areas of values and spirituality in the workplace. Alongside his very interesting work, recently Abhimanyu published a book which he has authored, The Joy of Self-Discovery. It's very nice to have you with us, Mr. Kaul.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. To start off, given your profession and your educational background, what are your thoughts about the Walk for Values?
I think it's an amazing event, and when I first got involved in it, in fact from the first year itself, and I was so amazed to hear the concept, and it is a very, I would say, it's a wonderful expression of people's appreciation of values, what impact the values have created in their children, that they wanted to share this joy out and come out in the community and talk about it, and with no exterior or interior motives.
That's
a
right.
Pure sense of joy, and which you could see in all the participants, and that was important. So
and the love energy is so palpable there.
Amazing that time.
That's right.
So I think over 3,000 to 4,000 people were there in the first walk itself.
That's right.
And that was so infectious. It was very good. I felt it was what I'm trying to do in my profession. That was something like an expression which has already been done and coming out. So it was very good. I felt very nice about it.
So in a way, we echo what you stand for professionally in a very mainstream manner, and it applies to everybody.
Perfect, yeah.
Do you actually see that if a person, an individual, takes a pledge to practice a value, do you actually see that transforming them?
See, in value system, what we say mostly is a self-inquiry process. Like unless you internalize it and think about it, you cannot understand what you're doing, how you're doing it. So by making it a public proclamation, what I feel is, at least if not, if one is not able to practice it, or if it doesn't know, at least it starts a process of inquiry, and people start thinking about something called values. Those who are not exposed to a term values, those who don't even have a time to think about this line, at least they are prompted internally to think about it.
Absolutely.
And that triggers a process, and which hopefully in years to come would at least lead into a process of practicing it and then enjoying the benefits of values. So I think this walk is a very, I would say, a very commendable effort in which not only an individual, but as a community and a society is forced to think about values.
Yeah, you become more cognizant of the need for a little bit of self-analysis, to be more mindful of your personality and your idiosyncrasies, I would say. You've been a part of the planning committee, and we've noticed that the Walk for Values has built a lot of bridges with the community. A lot of diverse groups have got involved who are not, some of them of religious background, like churches and mosques and temples, but others totally not related to any religion or faith group, but just community groups.
Yes.
This amazing coming together, the power of the walk to draw so many diverse groups and peoples, what do you attribute it to?
See, if you look at it, all the faiths, whether it's religious or social, we all believe in goodness, of helping each other. Unfortunately, when these terms get bracketed under religious connotation, then people start shying away from it.
That's right.
Initially, when we were promoting it, I also analyzed that people were a little bit skeptic about it. Are you promoting a religion? Are you promoting a cult? Who are these people? But once they started seeing it and looking at it and joining it, then they realized that there was no other motive but to spread the message of joy, peace, love, harmony. And that triggered, because everybody believed in it.
Including the environmentalists who found a perfect platform at the Walk for Values.
In fact, all the religious people who joined later on also the same thought, because everybody wanted these things. Everybody talks about it. And here was a platform given to everybody to come and share what everybody naturally believed. So I believe it's an initial shyness which we had to go through, which I was also part of it. And once that shyness, the bridge was crossed, everything was beautiful.
And you
So-
just had people pouring in.
So it's everybody, you see new faces also every year, and new communities joining in.
Yes.
And
It's
that's
turned
what-
out to be such a dynamic platform for drawing diverse groups,
I think the
cultures.
values are like that. As the people say, the values are intrinsic in us, which is inherent in us. It only needs an expression to come out. And once you are in tune with your own values, I think the best of you comes out. And community is craving today to find a platform or find an occasion when you can see the harmony which is most craved internally. And these kind of occasions allow us to experience the benefits and the strength of values
And celebrate them.
and celebrate them with joy.
Well, on that celebratory note, I thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much for having me.